Canva is made up of a lot of great tools, but there is one that I think is massively underestimated. In fact, it might just be Canva's most versatile tool. And today I'm going to show you how to use this tool to create a visual content library, to map out your funnels, organize your brand, even brainstorm with the help of AI. But it doesn't stop there. If you stick around, I'm going to show you how, thanks to Canva's new Visual Suite 2.0, this one underrated tool can actually supercharge every other Canva design that you're working on. So grab a coffee or a G&T if you're that way inclined, and let's dive into the criminally underused Canva whiteboards. So first things first, how do you even find these little pocket dimensions? Well, just as with every other Canva design, you just head to your Canva homepage and you can click on the little whiteboard icon, or if you wanted to, you could click on the plus icon to start a new design and search for whiteboard. It's as simple as that. Now, whiteboards aren't like your regular Canva designs, and the key difference is that they give you an infinite working space that can grow and expand as you need it to allow you to keep thinking, to keep creating new ideas, make more notes, organize things differently, or just arrange things in a way that works for you. And you can just keep adding to it. Plus, if you click on the Tools tab on the left-hand side, you have access to a unique set of tools that's perfect for whiteboards. You've got sticky notes, just as you would in real life, connector lines, draggable shapes, text and drawing tools, even quick tables. Plus, of course, you can still use any of Canva's usual elements from the libraries that you already know and love. It's designed for big picture thinking, and for getting creative literally without constraints. So let's start with the most obvious use of whiteboards, getting ideas out of your head and onto this canvas. In Canva whiteboards, you can add, as I said, sticky notes, text, images, whatever works for you, and you can just let it grow as you create a mind map or just a dump of your thoughts. And you can then literally arrange and rearrange things in any way that you want, that works better for you as your ideas evolve or as you think of more things. The space can evolve as your ideas do. And because it's an infinite canvas, you can just space things out and then just zoom in on the part that you want to have a closer look at. It really gives you the benefit of a proper bird's eye view of your brainstorming. Of course, when you are brainstorming, things can get a little chaotic pretty fast. There can be sticky notes everywhere, different ideas all over the place on them, although maybe that's the G&T talking. Anyway, this is where Canva AI comes in. When you have sticky notes selected, the sort feature can instantly group and arrange your stickies by color, author, or even a theme, which is super helpful for spotting different patterns and key ideas that keep coming up. And then there's the summary tool, which gives you a really clean overview of your board in just seconds. It highlights insights and next steps without you having to trawl through every note to do it yourself. You can just edit what it provides. Now, these tools turn a messy brainstorm board into something structured and actionable, which is perfect when you're planning a launch or you're wrangling loads of content ideas. It's like having a creative sidekick who actually organizes your thoughts for you so that you can take action. Whiteboards are also brilliant for visual mood boards. You can drop in on-brand photos, textures, video clips, even Instagram screenshots or examples of things that you want to replicate. It becomes a living inspirational mood board, which is perfect for planning marketing campaigns or content, or your Instagram reels, or just keeping the visual direction of your brand consistent over time, or helping it evolve and seeing how that happens. I like to set up a whiteboard for images and videos that I'm going to use on my socials or my website. And then I kind of arrange those into groups, either by theme or topic of the image, or by the content pillar that I'm going to use them for. It keeps things organized and on brand, and it lets me see everything at once. And then I can easily shift things around if I need to. For me, it really helps because feeling organized with my assets helps me feel more confident when I'm actually creating the content. One of the best uses of a Canva whiteboard I have ever seen comes from my friends Caroline and Jason Zook, who run Wandering Aimfully, which you may have heard me mention before. They put together a complete brand reference guide to act as an evolving space for everything connected with their brand. And this could be so helpful for absolutely anyone. It's where you could put logos, typefaces, color palettes, notes about your tone of voice, and visual examples of what you want to create. It can also live alongside your marketing plan or funnels or all sorts of other resources that you can then see at a glance and easily reference without having to go and find things in multiple folders or files. And I will add the link to that in the description below the video so you can grab that for yourself and experiment with how that can help you plan out your business. And unlike a static PDF brand guide, for example, this can easily grow and evolve as everything you create gets added to it. And you can show brand assets and voice in use by adding screenshots, testimonials, images, even links to existing Canva designs all in one interactive whiteboard. And this can be particularly good for onboarding a virtual assistant or collaborators. They'll be able to see what your brand really looks like in action, not just a list of hex codes and some file names that they have to reference. Now, if you're planning a lead magnet or launching a new offer, whiteboards are the ideal tool to plan. You can actually map out the stages and the deliverables of that funnel or process all in one big picture, and you can see how it all fits together. You can plug in content ideas and notes at each stage, outline your calls to action. You could even drop in links to examples to help you plan how it's going to work. Now, because I'm a very visual person, I even use it to map out my individual email marketing plans. It makes it so much easier for me than just looking at a document or a list. That way I can easily spot gaps, and I can also rearrange things if I find that it's not working or I've missed a step. It really is like turning your funnel or your marketing plan into a map that you can actually use and see the whole picture, and not just something that's saved into a folder on your computer and then you forget where it is. By the way, if you are enjoying this and you want to learn how to use Canva like a pro, I am really excited that in May, I am opening enrollment again for my Canva OS course, which essentially shows you how to create a simple system to help you design faster, to stay on brand, and to finally feel more confident when you're creating in Canva. So if you want to be the first to hear when Canva OS opens for enrollment, and our early bird pricing special, then just hit the link in the description or on the screen right now, and you can jump on the waitlist. Okay, so let's have a look at what I think is now the most valuable way to use whiteboards, and it's all thanks to Canva's recent updates. The real day-to-day value of whiteboards for me is that they can help streamline and ensure that every new design you do is effective, on brand, and more easy to create. Now, if you've watched any of my other design tutorials, you'll know that I often use a working page at the beginning of any of my designs, kind of as a space to gather assets and copy and paste text and everything that I'm going to need for that design. And the intention is so that it's easy to then copy and paste those things within that one design, rather than having to find assets in other folders or designs or libraries in Canva. Well, now, with Visual Suite 2.0, Canva allows us to have pages with different formats and sizes all within the same Canva design file, which means we can add a whiteboard as our working page, giving us an infinite canvas to gather elements, text, videos, images, and all within one file. Then we just add a second page that is sized to our desired output, for example, an Instagram post, and it just makes the whole process so much more efficient, and it's more fun. Canva whiteboards are not just for brain dumping anymore. They're potentially a creative engine all of their own. Whether you are moodboarding or funnel mapping, planning your strategy, or actually creating content, this is the one tool that actually allows you to bring it all together on one page. It's flexible, it's visual, it's collaborative, and honestly, it's kind of addictive once you start using it. Now, I'd love to know how you are using whiteboards and if there's creative ways you've found to make use of them. So please leave a comment and let me know about that, or let me know how you find them if you use them for the first time. Please don't forget to like this video, and I would really appreciate it if you would consider sharing it with someone else who you think might find it helpful. That's it, folks. Take care of yourself and of each other, and have a fabulous week.